Okay, welcome back, everybody, to In the Know, Unveiling the Greatness in You. We are back. We are back live. Come on, tag, share, and invite someone to come on. We will not be defeated on tonight. We are women, and hear us roar. Listen, we are celebrating Women's History Night. We had a little tech issue, but we overcome that, and we're coming back up. If you missed the first part, we will edit it and we will bring it back up for those who may not have saw our first guest, which was Posh and Fit, the completeness of our first guest, which and our video. Amen. We're gonna fix that. Posh and Fit, Miss Ty Jackson. She did such an amazing job. Come on, y'all, give it up for Ty Jackson. Go ahead and put her website up so people can know. If you didn't see it, just go to poshandfit.com. That's what you really need to do. You did not see what she said? Just go to her website and get what she got. All right, no, but what she has. So really, with all jokes aside, check her out. She is definitely doing great things. She's making history. So right now, we're going to go to our next guest. She is here, hailing all the way from the NYC, New York City. Oh my goodness, this young lady, I met her over a year ago, and she's been moving and shaking. And she's really just grown so much, even in business. And God gave her a vision some years ago to write a book. I'm gonna let her tell her own story, but I want you to welcome the friend of the show, none other than Colleen Thomas. Yes. All right. Oh goodness, don't you look nice?
Thank you. How are you?
I am wonderful. Go ahead, you all, tag, share, and invite someone to come on. Colleen, talk about I know you already did your video and you already said I am woman. Talk about your vision. And wait, don't do that yet. I got a surprise. It came today. Come on, y'all, give it up. This is Colleen's children's book that she wrote. It's called Cabby and the Greeniest Socks. And I got my copy today. It came in the mail. So befitting that you're on the show tonight and the book came in the mail. Let's talk about how you're making history with Cabby and the Greeniest Socks.
Oh my gosh, I am so excited. Can you hear me?
Yes, hear you well.
Okay, I'm so excited. Thank you so much. That just blessed me. Someone else just had a picture up on Clubhouse of her and her grandson holding the book as well. So I'm Colleen, and so 11 years ago, I was pregnant with my son Caleb, and during that time, the doctors ended up putting me on bed rest. And so I did not really fully understand. I said, well, what does bed rest mean? They were like, you cannot get out of the bed. You can't do anything. You have to stay in the bed the entire pregnancy. And I was like, okay. And so I'm not a big TV watcher. And so I would listen to the radio. I said, what am I going to do with my baby all day long? And so I said, oh, I'll read to you. I left the doctor's office and said, okay, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to run to Barnes & Nobles really quickly and get some children's books so I can read to my baby while I'm on bed rest. Got into a huge Barnes & Nobles, and there were absolutely no books on the shelves that looked like a little black boy. I was like, wait a minute, this is 2011. How could there be no books that look like little black boys? And so when I went home, I did get 2 books, but of course they were about little chocolate boys. And while on bed rest, God said to me, you write the book. And I was like, I'm not an author. I don't know what you're talking about. Write a book, but God said, I told you to write the book. And so I wrote the book. I picked up a pen and wrote the book. And so eventually I did have Caleb. He's here. He'll be 11 in May. And but got busy with my life. Married at the time. And fast forward a few years later, ended up going through a divorce. And while I was in that, broken place, God reminded me about the book. He said, pick the book back up. I gave you something to do. Don't sit here and grieve. I need you to keep moving. Okay. I took what I had, the manuscript, and I sent it out to a few children's books publishers, and didn't really get any responses. And one person wrote back. And they said, okay, it's a nice concept, but you really need to go back and look at what makes a good children's story. And I'll be honest, when I wrote the first version, I really didn't take that into consideration because I'm not an author. I don't know how to write a book. And so when I went back, I said, oh, that's what a children's book is. And so I picked up the pen again one night. I was trying to sleep. I couldn't sleep and woke up in the middle of the night, I think around 3 o'clock in the morning. That's kind of the time I get up. And I was like, start to write again. And within 2 hours, I had completely penned the book that we see here now.
Wow. Come on, y'all, give it up. That's amazing. She wrote a book out of a need to have a book tailor-made for our young African-American little brown boys, as she says, that she did not see. And she saw what she felt at that time was something that was not there, and she created. That's making history. Come on, y'all. Give it up for Colleen. I love it. And so even through everything you've been through, with even pushing the book out and everything you've been through in life, you still got this book out. In 2021 is when you were able to complete it, and you began to get on Instagram and different other mediums, social platforms rather, and talk about the book. So tonight on In the Know, we wanted to represent you. We wanted to rep you as a woman making history, writing a children's book for little black brown boys. Come on, y'all. Cabby and the Greeniest Socks. And you all have to see the illustrations, y'all. This ain't no joke. This ain't no cheap. Listen, yeah, this is nice. So how can someone get, even if my boys are 19 and going on 16, of course, but I still wanted to support my sister. I don't plan on having any more children, but I want to have this book, and she autographed it for me. So when she's on all the other talk shows, she can say she came on In the Know, and she was able to talk to her sister, Chantel Michelle, right here in the city of Detroit, all the way in New York. So we salute you tonight because you are a woman. You have made history, and you're making history and writing Cabby. Tell us how we can get Cabby.
Okay, so right now I'm completely out of stock, but I will be restocking soon. Yeah, Cabby and the Greeniest Socks, CABBIE, and the Greeniest, GREENIEST socks.com.
So you can pre-order your copy today at Cabby. No, you say that again. Can we put that on the screen, please?
Cabby and the Greeniest Socks. I know
I love it.
Is a little.
I love it. Listen, we'll get it to you. Our post engagers are putting it in the comments. Colleen, we salute you. Y'all give it up again for Colleen Thomas as she is making history. Thank you, Colleen. Thank you for joining us tonight. I know you got to get your baby to bed. And so real quick, we're going to go to our next. We're not going to even go to commercial. We have another virtual guest on. She is from Detroit, Michigan, but this young lady, she is making moves in the industry of fashion and makeup. Listen, y'all, I didn't think anybody could ever get me out of Mary Kay. I've been wearing Mary Kay cosmetics, the facial, all the face the foundation, the mineral powder, their lipsticks. Everybody know I sold Mary Kay, so I've been since I was 18. A lot of people say your skin is so beautiful, and I always contributed to wearing Mary Kay. But then one day I had ran out, and I didn't have a chance to buy it because I got a FedEx package in the mail. And this FedEx package came, and I was like, who sent me a FedEx? I got a secret admirer. Anyway, no, that's what it was. It was actually DJ P Cosmetics with the owner, none other than Dearia Stooks. She is from South Carolina. She is the president and owner of DJP Cosmetics. Listen, y'all, her cosmetics are vegan free, and I'm gonna let her come on and tell you more about it. I just know I get so many compliments when I wear the foundation and that lipstick with the glitter. Everybody be on, like, that's beautiful. She has amazing lip glosses. Her palettes, her eyeshadow palettes are rich and they're really warm. So I want to welcome to the show. Turn your phone to the Dearia, horizontal for us so we won't have the black lines. We need you to turn it like this, if you can see me. Okay, she got it. There she is. Y'all, welcome to the show, Dearia Stooks. Sorry, I'm have to have our show coordinator, Donnie, let y'all know that when we come virtual, always have your phone turned sideways. Uh-oh. All right. So she'll be back in a minute. So we're going to go to a commercial real quick. Just a short commercial. Maybe her day cosmetic? No, maybe not. Maybe not, right? Maybe Genesis APR. Oh, Royal Bling. Let's do Royal Bling.
Hey. Shop Royal Bling, where everyone feels royal. You can find the latest in bling merchandise at royalblingshop.com. You will find Boss Lady, Man of War, I Am King, Closing Deals with Heels, Faith Over Fear, and all of your designer masks and much, much more. Make sure you go to royalblingshop.com.
All right, we are back. Yeah, hand claps, fingers, something. We are back. We are back. Thank you so much for give shout out to our producer, Mr. Prophet Blaine. Come on, y'all. Shout out, shout out. Come on, can I get a hand clap? Can you clap the hands for yourself? Because honey, I know you be over there just amen, just going through, and I love you. I love you. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead. D'Area Stooks, all the way from South Carolina. Actually, she's a Detroit bred. She's Detroit bred. What's up, D? DJ Cosmetics in the house. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me. Yes.
Thanks for coming on. Listen, I just wanted to, once again, like we said, with all the women that have come on so far, we wanted to definitely get you on because you are making history, sweetie. You are making your cosmetics. I see you traveling around the world. You're absolutely gorgeous yourself, and your cosmetics are amazing. Like I was saying, I didn't think I would ever wear another foundation outside America. I haven't bought no shade to Mary Kay. Love Mary Kay. She's gone on to be with the Lord. But we thank God that she made history, right? So D'Area, you're making history. Talk about your cosmetics. Let people know how they can. First of all, tell everybody who you are, and I want you to say you're the owner of DJP Cosmetics, I Am Woman, and then go forth and how you got started. Let's do that first.
Okay. Hey, I am Darius Stoops, owner of DJP Cosmetics. I Am Woman.
Yes.
Um, I found my business in 2016. I want to say 2017. What made me get into cosmetics from the beginning was I had tried, some makeup because I always like to play in makeup and everything like that. So I tried a brand that's out here that's a big brand. And when I used it, my face reacted so bad.
Oh
I
wow.
had broke out in like a rash and everything. And I was like kind of afraid because I'm like, I hope my face go back to normal. So I
Wow.
started digging and like researching how I can come about with my own products without any chemicals or any new that I had to go the 100% vegan where it's no chemicals or anything. So when I got the right person, when I got the right connect to do just that, I went with them and of course I test my products out on me first and everything just equaled out to what I wanted, like
Yeah.
from my eyeshadow palettes,
Yeah.
from my
Can we show
glitter
it?
lip kits, just everything was just so perfect. Yes, everything was so perfect.
Wow, this your website? This is your
Yes,
website?
ma'am.
Wow, what
Yes,
an amazing
ma'am.
website.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's talk about even the names of your products. Talk about that a little bit.
Oh, I just bless the Lord because when He gave me the idea of makeup, like to go into that area, I was like, okay. And then I said, God, you gave me this, so I'm going to dedicate everything back to
Come
you.
on.
And I told Him, I said, I'm going to use the name out of the Bible. Just I told God. I told God that I was going to dedicate it, my business, what He gave me, back to Him. So my foundations, I have 10 different colors,
Yes.
10 different shades for all kinds of women.
Yes.
And they are the women out of the Bible, and really they don't, I feel like some names they just don't give enough credit to, and they
Right.
all equal out the same. Like I have Deborah, we all know that Deborah was a judge and, she did her thing. She was also a prophetess and things on like that. I have Rebecca. We all know who Rebecca is.
Yes.
Yes, so I'm just excited, because of the names. They carry such a meaning, and it's for women, and those women were strong women too.
Yes.
You think about the names, and the names that I did choose, for the
I think I
foundation.
have Hannah, right? I think I wear Hannah and
I,
Deborah. No?
I believe so.
Yeah, I gotta
It
look. I
might
meant to
be
look at it before I
Hilda.
came. Yes, I
Yeah,
have to
I
mix
gave you
two of them.
two.
Yep, I have to mix
Yep.
two of them to get my color, but it's perfect.
Hmm.
Like I always get compliments on my skin, even with your products. And then the lipstick with the glitter, bam, boom, bah, boo. Can't nobody tell me nothing. I got that. Oh, and then you got your eyeshadows. Talk about the eyeshadow palette. The names on the
Okay,
eyeshadow palette. I'll be like,
so
I want peace today, so I'll put peace on my eyes.
listen, so once again with that, like God was just downloading in me, my eyeshadow palette, if you really look at it,
It's
it's like
gorgeous.
so
Yes.
prophetic,
Oh yeah.
where, it's peace, it's sovereign, we have
Yep.
Passover,
Mm-hmm.
we have forgiveness, we
Yep.
have meekness, we have
Yep.
boldness. And
Yep.
it's like each day when I do wear that, my eyeshadow palette, I
Mm-hmm.
pick exactly what I need for that day.
Come
If I
on.
need
You
boldness,
got to
I'm
be
gonna wear
intentional.
boldness.
Yes. You got to.
Yes.
I love it.
So I wear boldness because I feel like I need to be bold in certain areas,
Come
in my
on.
life. So it really encouraged me. It really encouraged me, and I'm just super excited.
Listen, Daria, so talk about how that even goes off to the women that buys how that can contribute to the women that buy your product. And it makes you feel that way. I'm sure as you were having this created and you were
Yeah.
in your creative mode, you were thinking about the women that would buy this product. Talk about that a little bit.
I and the women, I get a lot of reviews and feedbacks from the women. They was like, "Thank you so much. Your product is so beautiful." Like, I remember I was talking to one lady. She said, "I have on peace today because I needed peace," and it
Wow.
just made me feel so much joy because I'm like, God, this is what I get when I wear this stuff. This is what
Awesome.
I need out of the day. So it's like you're declaring it. It's like when you're doing it, you're declaring it and setting your day for what you want to see in your day.
That I think is amazing. Y'all clap your hands for that because that's amazing that she created a product to allow God to give her insight on creating products, not just to say, oh, I'm this name or that name, but DJP. What does DJP mean? What does that stand for?
DJP is actually my maiden name.
Okay, okay, awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. So, how can our viewers reach you? It was one more thing I wanted to say, and oh, you had a chance to actually do makeup for some really profound people. Talk about that a little bit.
Yes. I bless the Lord for you because you've just been a blessing from the time I met you. I remember, like in December, you had connected me with certain individuals that were looking for like people who had cosmetic lines and things so on like that, and you remembered me, and I thank God for that. And since that day, it's like things just started taking off.
Yes,
I was in the room with some celebrities. My makeup had got chosen to be in a room with certain individual celebrities that we see every day on
yes,
TV. And I was able to go out there. And when I went out to New York, I was blessed with so many opportunities
yes,
to do makeup for a big fashion designer in New
yes.
York. And
Wow.
he was like, "Hey, I love your product, and you want to do the makeup for my models?" I said, "Yeah." So I had got hired on the spot. DJP Cosmetics had got hired on the
Come
spot.
on.
So since then, it's like, it's just been taken off. Like I've been traveling. I just came back from LA doing a
Yes.
fashion week out there and doing the
Wow.
makeup for the models. I just been traveling everywhere. Like I went to Cleveland to the
All star. Yes.
All Star weekend doing the makeup for the models. So yeah, DJP Cosmetics
Cosmetics.
is taking off. Like it's taking
Y'all hear that? DJP Cosmetics is taking off, y'all. We gonna have De'Ara come back. Can I get a hand clap? Can I get a hallelujah? Can I get a amen? Come on, y'all. All right, so DJP Cosmetics, we salute you as being a woman that's making history, and you are making history. Even we're gonna have you come back on because y'all this girl story is phenomenal. Even how she got to this spot, and we don't have time to talk about it tonight, but we gonna have you back on real soon to tell your whole entire story because you are a whole book yourself and a movie.
Yes, I
all
do.
right, y'all. Okay, so how can we reach you to get your cosmetics?
Okay, so my website is djpcosmetics.org. You can follow me on Instagram, DJP underscore two underscores cosmetics.
Right, so that's DJP underscore cosmetics on Instagram, or you can reach her at djpcosmetics.org. Y'all give it up again for our Detroit, born and raised. She out there in the country, eating good, got married, doing really good. So excited for you. Thanks for coming on, De'Ara. You look amazing. Thank you again.
For having me.
No problem. We'll have you back to tell your
an
story
honor.
one day against all odds. So we're going to be back in a moment after this. We have some of our, I think they're millennials. They're younger. They're our children. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well. And I hope they don't copyright me for repeating this song. Lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them the sense of pride. That's what we're coming back with some young ladies that are making history in their own right, in their industries. We'll be back with Genesis Maple and Brianna Warren. Give it up. We'll be right back after this. So
no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, there is a force that unites us all. Join the movement and let your lips do the talking with InTheKnow Cosmetics, available on InTheKnowCosmetics.com.
hey everybody, welcome back. Come on, let me hear them hands clap on tonight. We are excited. We are saluting women right in our own backyard. Women's History Month. All month long, we've had some amazing women. We even had one man come on here to talk about his book. Two women. Dr. Eddie Connor salutes you with Queen Volume 2. So make sure y'all seen the commercial. Make sure y'all check out Dr. Eddie Connor's book. I am so excited to have with us on tonight another pair of women. They are in their, man, I remember when I was 24, 25, man, I had a baby and I was married. I was making history. Yep, I had kids. I was cleaning up. Yeah, all the domestic stuff we could do. But then I had my firstborn, y'all, and she is here tonight with us along with her good friend. These two ladies, Genesis Maple, Brianna Warren, they're making history in their own right. Hi, Genesis. Hey. Hi, Brianna.
Hi, how are you?
I am wonderful. Y'all give it up for Brianna Warren, Genesis Maple. Come on, y'all. Listen, I need to know how important that, and our children could be doing anything. They could be at home playing video games. Nothing wrong with you playing video games, but
your kid plays video games.
Well, he's
One
a
of
boy.
them.
Okay. He's a boy. I'm talking about with y'all being girls. I love it because you all are doing, like, y'all making boss moves. And I'm so extremely proud of you both. And I wanted to have you on tonight just to highlight some of the things you are doing in your own perspective industry. So we'll start with you first, Genesis. Okay. Tell our viewers who you are and what you do and what company you represent.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jen. Well, Genesis Maple. I am the owner of Genesis Advertisement and Public Relations Firm, better known as Genesis APR. Yes, I have that down pat.
Yeah, come on.
So I really specialize in event party planning and event management and even project management.
Yes.
So that's my forte. So a lot of people ask me, like, how does that relate with PR? Well, because I am the messenger, and what people don't know is that PR is very broad. And so public relations, people always think about getting in the news and the media, but what you don't understand is that many times my clients come to me, they have a party, they have a product, or they're trying to gain more awareness or bring more visibility to their brand. And a lot of times to do that is to host an event.
Come on, talk about it. That is so true.
Yeah.
So do you love events? And Genesis
Yeah.
is really good at events, I must say. Not just because I'm her mom, it's because really it's the truth. Because if it wasn't, my dad always say that, if it ain't the truth, I ain't going to say nothing. I'm the same way. If it ain't the truth, I wouldn't say anything. But Genesis does her thing when it comes to, I've seen her just do events, and I be stressing out. She be okay, and I be praying and stressing out. Like in like, I don't want to hurt nobody. Y'all say something bad to my daughter. Pray for me.
Oh my God.
So she knows, but no, real talk. Genesis, you are doing an amazing job. What else do you do in the business of Genesis APR? What else do you offer? Talk about everything that you offer.
So I offer, like, the advertisement portion comes in because a lot of times with businesses or maybe even an event, there are some things that you may need as you're encompassing on that journey to get there to the final day of the event. So I do flyers, I do business cards, brochures, newsletters, I create websites, I also do event registration. A lot of people don't know that there are so many, I don't just do like event management, I actually have some more services that even entangle in that. So I have event discovery. So me and you could sit down and, you could just pull on some ideas. It's kind of like a consultation. You pull on some ideas. I'll give you a vendor suggestion list, a checklist for your event. And then you just go about your merry way. And I say, see you then. And I hope your event goes great. And then I have event management where I actually come in and I manage my vendors. And I also may show up or not, but depending on if you hire me to come, I'll come. And then I also have day of coordination, which is a lot of what a lot of people honestly really pick on the day of coordination because they're like, I've planned my event, I've planned everything, I've worked out all of those logistics, but I want to enjoy my event. Awesome. I want to enjoy it. I don't, as the host. So that's where I come in. I'm like, okay, great. I'm here to work. I'm here to do everything that you don't want to do and for you to relax and enjoy your party or your event. I think that's really important for the host because a lot of times you can miss out on memories because you are trying to manage the party that is that you're hosting. And what people don't understand is that when you bring on an event manager, what happens is you're actually able to build relationships. PR is all about building relationships with people and managing those relationships. So it's important that the host is able to accommodate their guests by speaking to them and having that chance to correlate with them and take pictures, things like that, and just check up, see how they're doing. Sometimes you haven't seen some of your guests for years, and they actually just come to your event because it's you. And now this is that time to really water the relationship. And so event management really allows you to do that. And then I have my full service event planning where the host just sits back and does nothing. And I just do everything for them, which I love as well. So yes, I have a lot of services that come with that, and I have been expanding and growing, and I'm excited about that because I remember last time I was actually on your show.
I was just about to say that, Gia.
Me and Brianna were here, and I was crying because I was like, I don't know what to do with my business. I don't know.
Amazing.
Like
that was like a year ago.
And so a lot has happened not even in a year. I would say in September, I actually launched my business out to the world. I've had my business since I was a junior in high school now. College. So it's actually been legal, for 4 years now. And so now I'm ready. I feel momentum. I feel acceleration. I feel a thrust. And I've taken the time to invest in myself so that it will pour out into my business.
Come on, clap it up. That is good. I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
Am I screaming? Sorry. I'm so proud of you. I mean, I was going to say that the last time we interviewed you almost a year ago, you sat here and you was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I encourage you, like, you got this.
Yeah.
And you have so much support around you with your friends. You have friends, boss friends.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a new word, boss friends. Goal getters. That are by you and, for the family and just everybody around you. So you are doing an amazing job. Tell everybody how they can contact you. Listen, Genesis does classes too. Was a part of her class. She did a business writing class, which some of you need. Some of you have, may have assistants, or you might not have an assistant. You need to learn how to write. Genesis is a profound writer as well. So those are some things you're doing. Tell the people how they can reach you if they want.
So you can reach me at genesisapr.com. You can call me at 248-704-4884. Yes, that is my personal number. Yes, it is. So call me, text me, and I'll answer. And I'm looking forward to gaining, new clients and continuing to build my existing clients as well. And also, I did want to add, if you are looking to write a book, I help people. I have a program that's dedicated to helping people write their books. It's a 25-week sessions of me doing that, and I actually have a publishing company that I have partnered with to be able to get your book published as well. So you definitely want to make sure that you connect with me. Everybody has a story to tell. I'm telling you, I have a story, you have a story. There's something that you can share with the world. And I tell people this all the time: literature and music are the greatest ways to impact the next generation because they last. Like, I know who Whitney Houston is, right. I know who William Shakespeare is, and that's because of what they did, and that's because it's legacy. You're part of building legacy. So those are some ways to contact me. Like I said, 248-704-4884, or you can go to my website and book a consultation at genesisapr.com.
All right, Genesis. Y'all pray. We're gonna get a studio audience in here. It's gonna be
fabulous. This is great.
Thank you. I know we're having a good time.
All
right. So listen. So Genesis, you always gotta have that person that's by your side. That's when you can push them, they push you, and y'all both bossing up together. And Genesis has a friend sitting right next to her, none other than Brianna Warren, honey. Brianna, I've seen you glow up. You was glowing. Now you done glow up. When I say, we'll talk about that in a minute, because I got to remember to say that later. But I want you just to present to the world what's happening with Divinity and Company.
Yes.
From Divinity Fashion. A lot of you know Brianna from Divinity Fashion, which is still part of her makeup, but she has expanded and she's going to the old. She's pulling out everything that's on the inside of her. Yes. She's multifaceted. She's a multifaceted entrepreneur. A lot of people, and I can attest to this because I am the same way. Like, I do so much, and people used to say, "You're all over the place. You're all over the place." And I found out I'm a poly. A lady told me what we are, poly something. I forgot what. Something I'm gonna figure it out. But main thing, you're multifaceted. And God, a lady told me today, she said, you could do everything that you put your mind to. You don't have to don't let anybody tell you you can only do one thing. You can do everything. Because he gave some 1, he gave some 5, he gave some 10.
Yes.
Honey, I almost ran out that room when that lady said that. So that's how that's who you are, Brianna. You have so many talents, gifts, and abilities that we want to see them all, and that's what Divinity and Company is doing. So let's go back a little bit. You started out in fashion. Let's talk about that.
Okay, so my name is Brianna Warren. I am the CEO of Divinity and Company.
Yes.
Many people already know me from Divinity Fashion, where I literally, when I was younger, dreamed of just being a fashion designer. But I had so many other dreams, kind of like how you said, where it's so many different things on the inside of me, and it was so many different things that I saw myself doing. And I just always knew that I was good at empowering and helping people.
Come on.
That's just something that I've always been good at.
Yes.
And so with that being said, I started off in college as a social worker. I went to school to be a social worker. Every time I say this, people look at me like, what? Social work? I'm like, yeah, social work.
I love it.
But I did not finish because actually I got into a car accident. And it was a bad car accident. I had to go through physical therapy for it and all of that. But with that being said, when I was at home, I was at a crossroads where I had to decide. I kind of just felt a pull elsewhere. I did not feel the pull to go back to school.
Okay.
And so I kind of started my business kind of like how Genesis said, where you had a business, but it wasn't really active.
Right.
So I kind of had the business, but I didn't register it or any of that. So I would just cut up my cousins.
It was a hobby.
Yeah, like a hobby, a hobby. I would cut up my family's and friends' shirts, bleach them, and do all of that, just doing it for fun.
Yeah.
Until one day I had this dream where I saw myself literally like making clothes and traveling, doing that. And then somebody else came to me and said the same thing. It was like, I see you going to New York. I see you just doing all this different stuff with the clothes. And so with that being said, I started off by, just like I said, bleaching t-shirts and putting my logo on it.
Right.
And my logo at the time was, my name was Divinity Fashion, but the logo was just Divinity.
Right.
And so I would just put the logo on the hoodies, the crew necks, and all that good great stuff, cut it up, bleach it, and people loved it. They were like, oh my gosh.
I had one of your outfits on in that video.
Yeah, in the video, yeah. So they loved that. They loved the outfits, just the simple shirts and crew necks that I made. And so, but I used to get frustrated because I'm like, this is not my vision. This is not it. And so with that being said, I began to invest in my business. I began to invest in myself and do some extensive research as far as to what goes into being a fashion designer. What's the difference from a designer and a stylist? What's the difference from people who manufacture clothes? I started to research all of this stuff.
Wow.
And so with that being said, I was awarded the opportunity to, like I kind of I'm trying to make the story very short, but I had ended up signing up for a mentorship program after being rejected from many different programs. Some people told me that I would not be, my stuff wouldn't make it. I wouldn't make it. I should try to just stay local. I was told so many different things. I actually I do plan to share that portion of my life. I screenshot some of the emails I received and all of that stuff.
But you didn't quit.
But I did not quit. Not at all. I did not quit. And so I kept going, and then I found somebody. And this lady, she was a brand marketer for Urban Outfitters, and she sat on some of the board for some of the shows that were presented in New York Fashion Week. And so
which you were a part of.
Yes, I connected with her.
New York Fashion Week.
I was
Clap it up. That's big.
Yes, I was a part.
She was New York Fashion Week twice. They called her back.
Yes,
to be a part of the what was
that?
So
the first time I went, I was a part of New York Fashion Week. The second time I was back because someone seen my stuff at the show and they wanted to. I was up for a nomination for an award.
That's big.
Yes,
honey.
Yes, I was.
They're making history. Y'all better watch.
So yes, that was with the fashion portion of my business. But during that time, like I said, it was so much that was on the inside of me, and during the time of designing and making clothes, I was like, when I make the clothes, it was times where I did some of the models' makeup, I took their pictures,
the whole experience.
I made the set for the background, and I did it at home, I did it at local places around, and people would comment or reach out to me asking me where did I do it or who took it, and I'm like, I did.
She got me like her what's this called, iPhone photograph game. Honey,
and so I began to say, I began to really think wow, I like you said, I began to stop sleeping on myself. And so I went through a year of extensive training with Stacy. That's the lady who trained me and who mentored me as far as to with branding, marketing strategies, and as far as to really helping people to show all of who they are. Because a lot of people, they're kind of like ourselves, very creative. They have a lot of ideas. They have a lot on the inside of them, but they don't know how to show it or present it to the world.
That's good.
And so that is the Divinity and Company. That is what now we are pushing, and what's happening with that brand, that portion of my brand, is to help people to have a presentation to show who they are, of who they are.
Yeah.
And so it's, like I said, it's social media management, branding, creative brand ideas, also helping people to, I can manage their social media page, do anything it is that they want concerning branding and social media, concerning creative ideas for their businesses.
Yeah.
I already have consultations right now with people just to see kind of what would be my angle or my thoughts for their business. What are creative ideas for their business? And many people don't know the world that we're moving in now is so technology driven.
Absolutely.
You have to have a presence on social media. And I hear many people say, I'm frustrated, I really don't want to be on social media, I don't feel like doing this. Or I hear a lot of people saying, I don't have time to do this. And so that's where my business would come to help you create content, whether it be reels, whether it be just anything concerning social media, where we break down the analytics behind the audience that you need to reach for your business, and presenting all of who you are to the world, or just managing, like I said, managing your social media and helping you with creative ideas and creative branding for your business.
Come on, y'all. Give it up, y'all. So Divinity Fashion is no longer Divinity Fashion. It's Divinity and Company. It's Divinity and Company.
Yes.
Y'all need to check out Brianna. How can they get in touch with you for the things that you offer, for creative design, for creative marketing, branding, and also social media management? That's huge. A lot of people need us these days, because some people do. They say they don't know what to do. They don't know how to, or you can train them. Tell us how to reach you.
Yes. Okay. So you can reach me on Facebook at Brianna Warren. Just type in Brianna Warren. You'll see me with my braces, smiling. You'll see me, Brianna Warren. You can follow me on Instagram. It's very easy to reach me on Instagram. 2 underscores Brianna Warren. Or you can also, my email is divinityfashion1998@gmail.com. Those are just easy ways to reach me.
Wow, y'all give it up for Divinity and Divinity and Company. I gotta get used to that now.
Yes, you gotta get used to it. It's so hard. I catch myself because so many people have recognized the work that I put in with Divinity, with fashion, as far as to with doing different things, like you said, in New York and traveling and doing all that. But now it's expanding. Yes.
It's a whole and it very well should be. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, these women are making history. Give it up for Genesis Maple of Genesis APR, and also Brianna Warren of Divinity and Company. Listen, we'll be right back. We're going to have our final guest on tonight. Last but not least, this woman, man, I am so excited that she's here. She has been all over the world. She's right here from Detroit, but she's been all over the world, and she has made history with her photos. Many of you might know her as Monica Morgan, but you need to understand that this woman ain't nothing to play with. She has made history, and she has photographed history as a photojournalist. We'll be right back with Monica Morgan. Stay tuned.
Genesis Maple. I am the CEO and founder of Genesis Advertising and Public Relations Firm, better known as Genesis APR. Here at Genesis APR, we use creativity and communication to help with your next event or project. We offer services that include event and project management, newsletters, flyers, brochures, business cards, and so much more. Contact us today to schedule your consultation, 734-436-1075. We want to see you there. Thank you so much.
Shop Royal Bling, where everyone feels royal. You can find the latest in bling merchandise at royalblingshop.com. You will find Boss Lady,
Hi, I am Genesis Maple. I am the CEO and and founder of Genesis Advertising and Public Relations Firm, better known as Genesis APR. Here at Genesis APR, we use creativity and communication to help with your next event or project. We offer services that include event and project management, newsletters, flyers, brochures, business cards, and so much more. Contact us today.
This program has been brought to you by the Marquardt Law Firm, former prosecutor and experienced aggressive criminal defense attorney, specializing in violent crimes, drug crimes, weapon crimes, murder, fraud, white-collar crimes, DUI, and much more. Fighting vigorously to win every case at trial. Call 248-545-5290. Call the offices of Marquardt now.
Hey everybody, it's yours truly, Dr. Eddie, best-selling author and empowerment speaker. Check this out. Dear Queen Volume 2 is officially here. That's right. My newest book, my 13th book, is available right now for you to go ahead and grab your copy. Get it in your hands. It's going to speak to your heart. Aren't you ready for it? I'm telling you, doesn't the cover look amazing? Facts, say less. Beyond just the cover, it's about the content that's literally going to speak to the character of your heart. Listen, little did I know when I wrote my 7th book in 2017, that being Dear Queen, that it would touch so many lives, both locally and globally. So many bold, bright, beautiful, and brilliant queens were empowered to love themselves and to know their worth. It's been 5 years, and the world has totally and rapidly changed, but my message of empowerment remains the same. I mean, think about it. What's a writer without a reader? And beyond that, statistics suggest that the average adult only reads 1 book a year. I want you to make sure that you add Dear Queen Volume 2 to your library. I want you to get it in your hands. And I want you to get this message in your heart because it's going to speak to your heart. For every queen that's out there, for every king who loves a queen, I want you to make sure that you use this book as a gift to speak life into the lives of your loved ones. I define queen as quintessentially unique, empowering everyone naturally. Real queens don't compete, they collaborate. They don't hate, they celebrate. They understand that their royalty demands loyalty. As a result, they wear their crown and they build their queendom in the kingdom of God. I want you to make sure that you grab your copy as I speak to your heart. The book was so nice, I had to write Dear Queen twice. Listen, if you read the first installment, you know that I gave you jewels of wisdom to love yourself and to know your worth. In part 2, in the sequel, in Dear Queen Volume 2, we're taking it to another level, showing you how to wear your crown, walk in your authority, and your unique authenticity. It's a must read from cover to cover. It's going to empower you to recover. As you open the book, as you flip the pages, and you check out the chapters, it's going to empower you to write a new chapter and to flip the page. Listen, get my book now and gain insight on how to become a kingdom queen, why understanding your assignment is not enough, how to prepare for your purpose partner, why your royalty demands loyalty, and I include steps on how to unlock your royal identity as well as your destiny. Go ahead, get your copy of Dear Queen 2, Volume 2, and I guarantee you'll discover how to apply the greatness that's within you. It's a refreshing, riveting, and reviving read that empowers you, yes, to wear your crown, walk in your authority and unique authenticity.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank y'all for hanging out with us tonight. Like I said, we had some issues earlier with tech and also Facebook, but it's all good. We're going on TV one day anyway, so we don't have all that extra. But anyway, we are still here, and you all stay tuned, because I don't want y'all to miss this next guest. Listen, she is our featured guest on tonight. Listen, for over 3 decades, Monica Morgan has been living life through the lens of a camera. As an international photojournalist, traveling the world, literally the world, documenting historical events and people, and now she's also speaking about it, motivating and sharing lessons she's learned. Y'all, welcome to In the Know, none other than world-renowned, award-winning photojournalist Monica Morgan. Hey, Monica.
Thank you. It's great to be here, Chantel.
Thank you so much. You know I love. I always, when I see your the waves, you the only work. Well, I saw a couple of, but you rock the waves, honey.
Thank you.
Absolutely. You look amazing. Thank you for joining us tonight here on
Thank you
In the
for
Know.
inviting me.
No problem. Let's talk a little bit about your history as a photojournalist. What is the difference? And I was wondering. I'm like, okay, she's not a photographer. She is a photojournalist. Is there a difference?
The difference is that my photos speak through stories.
Wow.
So it's taking you to an event when you're not there.
Okay.
It's almost like the beginning, the middle, and the end. So it's a journey of images, typically.
Wow. And yeah, you share, I met you through Rashida the Glam Doctor. That's how I originally met you. And when I saw the pictures that you were taking, she was like, oh, you got to meet Monica. And then I met you like from afar off, and then we met in Toastmasters. We had a chance to spend some time in Toastmasters because she's a profound speaker as well, like for real.
I'm a work in progress.
You are a work in progress, but I'm gonna give you your flowers while you can smell it. Like when I heard you speak, we're gonna get back to the photojournalist, but when I heard you speak, you right. You just as your pictures tell stories, you literally when you open your mouth and tell a story, it's amazing. You've even won awards in speaking as well. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about your journey to being a photojournalist. Is this something that you did in school, growing up? How did this all start?
There are some people who will tell you that I had a camera in high school at Cass Tech.
Okay.
That is not true. If I did, I was just taking pictures like you would as a kid.
Right.
But it wasn't an interest.
Okay.
Although my grandfather was a photographer on the side.
Okay.
And I used to assist him. I had no desire to be a photographer.
What?
I wanted to be an actress.
Well, I can
And
see
my
that.
mother said, I'm not going to feed you for the rest of your life. You better find something else to do. I like to eat. That just scared me. So I decided that I would go into communications or be a writer.
Yes.
And those things, it was interesting because I started to write on the side for the Michigan Chronicle while I had a corporate job.
Okay.
And the Michigan Chronicle wouldn't pay me for my article that appeared on the front page of Governor Blanchard's inauguration.
Wow.
But they did compensate me for 12 photos. They paid $12 a piece for me just taking the camera and going click, click.
Come on,
nothing,
Monica.
no work. I mean, the article, interviewing, pre-interviewing, writer's block.
All of
spent
that.
a lot of time.
Yeah.
And then at the event itself.
Right.
Photos, either it came out or it didn't. So I started to think, wait a minute, there's something wrong with this. So I started to focus on photography, do more of it, and I started to love it, especially when people said they felt as if I pulled out their essence.
Wow.
So that made me think, perhaps this is the gift. This is what God wants me to do, and I just started to follow that path.
Wow, amazing. How long ago was that? Well, what?
So I started taking photographs. I graduated Wayne State in '85. So around 1986, I started to take photos on the side and then went full time in 1990. Left corporate America and said, this is it.
And here you are.
Yes.
Oh my God, you look amazing. Black do not crack. I gotta do that show. Black don't crack. No, you look so amazing. Like,
Thank you.
okay, so you started taking photos. Who was the first person that you could remember that you took that was of, if we want to say, history?
Again, all I can remember is Governor Blanchard's inauguration.
Okay.
And then working with the Michigan Chronicle, Al Dunmore, he actually approached me and said, we want you to write articles about the single woman. So at that time, the Chronicle wasn't controversial. He wanted me to write about controversial articles from a single woman's view.
Wow.
Well, my first article was whether or not a woman should pay on a date. And then I got into interracial dating, and then whether or not women should buy condoms.
Oh, wow.
And then AIDS being addressed from the pulpit. But again, those photos were accompanied, those articles were accompanied by photos.
Wow.
No money initially for those articles.
But here we go with the photos again.
But then the photos I got paid for.
That's amazing.
And then they decided, okay, we're going to pay her for the articles. I made a whopping $15
Come
per
on.
article and $12 per photo that was black and white, and $15 for the color ones. So the rest is history.
The rest is history, and that was back in the day. Believe me, you can't get her for $15 today. You better sit down somewhere. So as we're talking about, we're in history, we're talking about women and how women are making history. Talk a little bit about history making. Why it's important for us as women to, first of all, to desire to be in a place where, like you said, you wrote, and then you looked, you took pictures, and now you literally have filmed history and you have made history. Why is it important as women to even, what would you say to that woman? I should say this. What would you say to that woman or man that may be watching that may feel like they will never be history?
Well, first of all, you have to believe.
Right.
You have to believe in you when no one else believes in you. That's the most important thing. Oftentimes people would say, yeah, the photographers aren't anything special. You're not going to get anything great. When I went to South Africa for the first RA selections in 1994, I was told, well, you're not going to get anything good. You're a grip and grin photographer. You take people pose. You do events, award events. You do celebrity events. You go into South Africa, you'll never get anything. Well, 3 days in, I ran towards a bomb, and my photos ran all over the world on the fronts of newspapers through the Associated Press newswire. I ran towards it, and when I called Associated Press because I was affiliated with them here as a stringer, and I said, are you interested in these images of the bomb? They said, come on in.
Wow.
I rushed there, and there was a male who didn't mirror me,
Right.
waiting in the lobby, who said, oh yeah, you were there. However, he looked at me and said, what? They've already put my photos on the wire, so you've wasted your time. You might as well go. And I kept thinking, well, that's the way it always happens. So I said, well, let me go upstairs at least and I'll get my film developed. I said that to myself, not to him.
Right.
When I got up there, the editors developed my film. They instantly pulled some of his images from the wire and said mine had better angles.
Wow.
So I'm saying that to say, you have to believe in you. I should never have listened to him. I should never have for once thought that he knew. He didn't have any. He had no clue. He didn't want me to go up those steps.
But you believed in yourself, even though you say you was going to get them. But look, that right there, that one move, you could have just walked out the door.
Just think if I hadn't.
Right. Wow.
And there was one image that ran even on the front page of the Detroit News, and that was a woman whose face was covered in blood. She was wrapped in a towel searching for her child.
Man.
So you never can tell.
For real. It's not only have you, clap it up, definitely clap it up. Not only you've traveled around the world, you've photographed, like I said, history. So I want our producer to begin to put up some of the photographs that you have taken. What is your most memorable photograph of, let's just say a woman, because we have Women History Month, that you could think of right after? I know those pictures, I'm just
Chantel,
like, wow.
now there's a list. I can't say most memorable. I can say I have the only image of Rosa Parks sitting on a seat that she sat on one of the buses that she rode during the Montgomery bus boycott. They do not know what bus was the actual bus.
Oh, wow.
She didn't give up her seat on.
Wow.
But they do know there were buses that she rode during that time. So I have her sitting in that actual seat. It's the only image of her in that actual seat. Yes.
Wow. And you have some other
images. And that's mine.
Wow.
I was her personal and official photographer. She selected me. So her obituary, the cover photo is my photo. Some of the photos on the inside, as well as a photo with me and Rosa Parks on the inside. I have her getting on a bus in Montgomery smiling, officers escorting her on.
Yes.
No one else has those.
Wow.
I have Rosa Parks with Mamie Till Mobley, which is Emmett Till's mom. I have Rosa Parks with President Clinton, just lots of people, lots of people. Yeah, and so memorable, Rosa Parks. But then I photographed Lena Horne, and then there's Betty Shabazz and Coretta Scott King smiling at each other, sharing a moment like girlfriends, like sisters.
Absolutely.
I have Winnie Mandela in Israel, who insisted on taking my earrings. She said, I like your earrings.
And
I'm
she
like,
took
no. I'm like, okay, thank you. I'm trying to figure out which ones I had on.
Right.
She said, no, I like your earrings. I'm thinking, well, okay. I understood the first time. And then the second time, she said, I like your earrings. Give them to me. I said, and then I checked to see which ones I was wearing. They were my $10 boutique earrings. I looked at her like, you can have these, but I'm from Detroit. We don't play that. You ain't getting no more. So that was our experience in Israel when I first met her. So when you say memorable, oh my gosh, there's so many. Lena Horne,
yes.
Seeing her and being just fabulous. She was, I don't know, probably 80-ish, 90-ish when I saw her. And then just so many people. It's hard to say who's memorable.
Because we have some of the pictures that you were speaking of, but one that I did not get that one, but one that I do see, Maya Angelou. How was that, Maya Angelou?
That particular photograph, well, I photographed her at the Million Man March the night before. There was like a little ceremony. There were women there. But that particular photograph was at an event where she was in the back and I was in the green room with her, and she was sitting in a wheelchair, and she didn't want to be photographed in a wheelchair, like Rosa Parks didn't want to be photographed in a wheelchair. She wasn't wheelchair bound, but oftentimes it was just easier to maneuver people through that way if they were older. So she got out of that chair, smiled and posed for me. Again, I'm thinking about Phenomenal Woman. I'm thinking, it's Maya. So that was a memorable moment, but I mean, there's just a list. It's hard to say who's the most memorable. Shirley Chisholm, she said she loved my work and I got great angles of her. Yeah,
and you also have Michelle Obama here.
Yes, oh my gosh, gorgeous. She was just stunning.
Yeah, that is a really nice picture of her. I always like her arms.
And she's wearing Tracy Reese's dress, who's from Cass Tech. So that's another powerful woman. Yes.
Yeah, another powerful woman right here from Detroit who doing big things, making history. Also, Angela Bassett.
Yes, I was her photographer when she came to Detroit. That's Lynn Whitfield.
That's Lynn Whitfield.
Now, Lynn Whitfield said, yeah, I know you. You're that pushy photographer. I said, Lynn, now wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now we know you got some roles because you knew what you were all about and you weren't afraid to show it.
Right.
So she laughed at me. She said, yeah, you're the girl that gets the shot. I said, that's right. And so we shared some moments together. She's fabulous.
Wow. So Angela Bassett is the young lady with her arms crossed with the
doing the Wakanda pose.
Wakanda, yeah.
Yes.
She looks like me with the hairstyle. There she is.
That's right.
So that's a photo of yours. Where was that taken?
That was taken at Cobo Hall, which is now the TCF. TCF.
Wow.
That was taken in 2018.
Wow.
And she was just amazing.
Wow.
That was right after Black Panther.
Wow. Yeah, she's absolutely beautiful. And then we have none other than Rolona from her name is
I have
Janet.
A funny story about that.
Yeah, I know you. Let's talk about that.
Okay, that one is
funny. So Rolona is from Good Times, y'all.
Yep.
And she played in so many other things. And Janet
Dubois.
Janet Dubois.
Yes.
She has the short hair there. She's right up under Maya Angelou. I'm sorry. Actually, our producer's from South Africa.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So he.
Sayabonga.
So let's show Janet Dubois. She's right up under Maya Angelou. If you are on the thing.
So as he pulls her up, let me tell you the story. So this is funny. I'm doing a photo shoot for General Motors. I'm putting all these executives on the stairs. We're getting ready to go to the Image Awards pre-gala, and there's this woman who says, I'll help you. And I recognize the voice.
Oh my God.
But I'm so into my zone and focused, I didn't really look at her. Right. So she's like, okay, and she's going up helping me pose them on the steps so I can get them out to their cars so I can get to the event and photograph it. It was not until later that I looked at the photos. I'm like, that's Rolona. And we ended up becoming friends. We would talk on the phone. She was amazing. But to grow up watching Good Times and the photograph with Lona, oh my God, I photographed Esther Rowe, who played Florida, the mom, and also Bernadette Stannis. And I photographed J.J. Walker.
J.J. Walker, too.
Yes, I photographed him.
Everybody, the whole
pretty much. John Amos as well, the father. I didn't photograph Michael Evans, but everybody but Michael Evans.
Everybody but Michael. So you photographed so many people who have made history. How did you ever in a million years think that this would be something you would do?
No. But growing up, I was an only child, and I loved to read.
Got you.
So I would escape into my books. So history was very much a part of my life. And to think about being able to meet, talk with sometimes, and photograph historical figures has been just amazing to me. And so I try to bring in other young people especially, or people in general who might enjoy or want to meet some of the people that I'm photographing. I'll drag them with me. I called up one of my girlfriends. I said, hey, what you doing? She said, nothing. I said, come go with me. And we went to the train where Rosa Parks was on it with Bill Clinton.
Wow.
And she got a chance to go with me to that.
Wow.
Or I've taken my little cousin with me to meet Barack Obama and to Rosa Parks' home when I was doing a photo shoot. So that's important, giving back so other people can get that same thrill of meeting those icons.
Wow, y'all give it Monica Morgan, not just into her own, like she wants to help. Producer, can you please play them clapping things? Please bless some of our nerves with that. We need the clap. I thank God for the studio audience. No, we need all of the claps because this is major. Monica Morgan has photographed so many, like you said, icons, women of history, men of history, some people who would have never met, but you allow certain individuals to come in your space, and everybody doesn't do that. So I salute you for that, woman. You are amazing. Like, so for you, and just how you just helped me to get this show together. That's a whole nother story. But just you getting on here tonight, I am so excited to have you on. What would you say to that woman, that man, that girl, that boy that may be watching? Besides believing in yourself that you can do anything, what would you say to them? How they can push through adversity of like you did, outside of just believing in yourself, like you did when the man told you, oh no, they already got the stuff. You see other people, watch this, you see other people doing what you're doing, taking pictures, doing a talk show, doing a media, marketing, whatever it is, and you say, doing fitness, and then you might look and say, well, they're doing this and they're got this. How would you encourage that person to keep going?
Persevere. Don't let anything stop you. Don't let the negative what ifs get in your head. There's always somebody who will say, you can't do that. They'll talk about the failures of people, but you have to, first of all, go within. Think about the fact that you've perhaps been given a gift from God. And when it's a gift from God, nobody can touch it.
That part.
Not even you. You can't touch it when it's a gift from God.
True.
So you have to believe it is going to happen. It is going to work. There are so many stories that I have about times when I was told what I couldn't do, how I couldn't do certain things, and I didn't allow it to get in the way. Once there was an event, I went to Bill Clinton's inauguration. I found out Nelson Mandela was there.
Right.
Somebody said, you won't get in that room. And I got to the room and I believed that person. I said, well, I'm never getting here. This is Nelson Mandela in DC. I not only got in the room, I got a photograph with him and had a conversation.
Come on.
And again, it was because first I gave up and went back to Congressman Conyers' office. But there was a young man who worked for him. He said, you Monica Morgan, what you mean you can't get in that room?
Wow. That part.
He believed in me when I didn't believe in me.
Come on.
And I said, oh, well, if he believes, then I need to. And I went back, and sure enough, got in, got the photo, had the conversation. So sometimes we need positive people in our lives to help propel us forward. Oftentimes we have people in our lives that they mean well, but they'll say, oh no, you need to not, you can't do that. Don't do that. Don't do this or that. Why you want to do that? Get those people out the way. And you listen to that inner voice that tells you, you can do it, you can do it. It's possible, not impossible.
But it's possible.
Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
wow. Y'all come on, give it up for it's not impossible. Because impossible is really spelled I'm possible.
Yep. So true.
It's possible.
So true.
Man, so what's next for Monica Morgan?
Well, I'm enjoying speaking, I'm teaching, I'm talking about a lot of the lessons that I've learned through my journey. And that's probably one of the most important things because I've never slowed down to look at images that I have.
Wow.
So I've been going through negatives, finding photos. I'm like, oh, who was that? And photos with me and people. I have to call up folks who is this person? Because I would take the image and just keep going. I wouldn't know. I've had an opportunity to be in a room with like 40 African presidents, including Yasser Arafat. I was a guest of Muammar Gaddafi, who was over Libya. And so what happened, I'm the only woman in the room, sometimes the only American in the room, and the only African American in the room.
My God.
So, and they would call me Monica. Some of them couldn't even speak English, but they would say Monica because they knew my camera, and they were hams. They wanted to pose for the camera. I was at Nelson Mandela's inauguration, and Yasser Arafat and his wife Suha, they're posing for me, and all the other photographers from around the world are behind them. Well, I snuck out. Yes, I snuck out. See, that's another thing. I believe in image. Image is everything.
Yes.
I wore a suit instead of dressing like the other photographers. I wore a suit, so I was able to sneak into where the dignitaries were.
Come on.
And when the security said, "Are you with the press?" I said, "Excuse me, I'm a guest." I was terrified. They could have arrested me, but
I love it.
But anyway, I got through and met Bishop Tutu and saw Coretta Scott King and just all of these world leaders. But that was because, again, the inner voice inside said, go ahead and do it. Don't be afraid later, but just do it.
Wow.
I'd rather take a chance and fail than never have taken a chance at all.
And never knew what the outcome would be. But you always persevered. So that's what I love about you. You persevere, you go through, and you go through it to get to the other side, and you come out better.
That's what's important.
That is what's important.
And it's not always easy.
Right.
So for anyone out there who's thinking about doing something and you think I'm trying to say it's easy, oh no, it's not easy. But you just have to take that first step on faith with faith.
Yeah.
It's like you can't see the whole staircase necessarily, but as Martin Luther King Jr. said, you just take the first step.
Yeah, without even
and then the
knowing.
rest falls into place, and you might not even realize you've gone up to the top.
That's good. Oh, that's powerful right there. Come on, clap it up. She said, take the first step and not trying to figure it out. And next thing you know, you at the top. That's right.
I'm a self-taught photographer, Chantel. I'm not been
formally
formally trained.
I was just about to ask you, did you go to school?
And that's what scares me too, because I just see things, and
It's
I
a
push
gift.
that button.
And you
And
got
so I started doing more and more of it, and it got better. I had a mentor, Harold Robinson, who was the first African-American hired by a major daily newspaper because others were scared to go into areas where the riots were, and he wasn't. And he was my mentor. And he would say, Monica, you need to charge $125 an hour or thereof. I said, really? And I was doing that, and he said, what you mean you charging $125? And I said, you told me to do it. And then if I got I was photographing a Usher's concert and Aaliyah, and they were out at this park.
Okay.
And it was full. And the city of Detroit asked me, could you go up in a helicopter and do aerial photos? I said, hold on. I called Harold. Harold, can I do aerial photos? He gave me instructions, and I was able to do aerial photos.
I love
and then
it.
photographed Aaliyah for her first hometown concert.
Wow.
And that was all because I didn't know I could do it, but I had that person in my life saying, oh yeah, you can do it, and this is how. So get a mentor. Mentors are extremely important.
That's so true.
Somebody that's going to push you to the
good.
next level is
Yes.
important.
Wow, mentorship is definitely important. That's what I've done last year. I got a mentor, business mentor, mentors, people who I could just, kick my ideas to, and they would encourage me or say, hey, let's do it this way, and give me advice. So that's important. Have a mentor.
Yes.
So Monica, as you were talking, can I share with you what God was showing me when you were talking just a few minutes ago? Actually, you already alluded to what he had already showed me. I saw a school named after you.
That is something that I've wanted.
Okay.
I have a friend, Nedra, who has said, she keeps saying MMP, Monica Morgan Photography, because she's seen that vision.
Literally.
It is something that I've wanted to do, Chantel. And the thing about my school that would be different.
Can I finish the word
I'm
real
sorry.
quick? No,
I'm
you're
sorry.
fine.
I'm
You're
sorry.
fine.
I got
You're
all
fine.
excited. I'm sorry.
I know, because this young lady.
I was claiming your vision.
But this one, literally, God, I began to see school, and I began to see you teaching. I saw the school named after you, and I began to see even I see the hallways will be full of photographs. I literally see like a long white hallway, and the hallway is full of photographs, and there's different areas. There's like even Ora Basaya. I even see like you're gonna take a step back to the future, says the Lord. And back to the future means you're gonna even develop. I see you in creative mode, and God's gonna give you a develop like what's it called? What's that thing when people get a patent? Y'all heard me? Invention.
Trademark.
Yeah, or trademark invention. That's going to go back to like when they used to the negatives. I literally see like a room in this school that has negatives and things hung up. I don't know how it's going to go with technology, but this is what I see. And I hear God saying, God's going to begin to put people around you. This vision shall come to pass. You shall see it before the day comes where you are old and gray. You think you can't see, but God says, no, it's not too late. God said, you will see the school. It will come into fruition. And God said, many will come from all over to the world to visit this school. I see different levels, actually, not just like high school or older kids. I literally see from the time they are little all the way up. So let's just say elementary up to even collegiate areas of learning. And I hear God saying this is a season and hour that he has called you, and everything that you've been through, God said it was literally like Joseph as he went from the pit to the palace. God said he is your network is getting ready to expand. You think you've photographed many people before and they have been great, but God said the greater is coming, the greater is coming, the greater is coming, the greater is coming. He said, tell my daughter Monica I am pleased with her. Tell my daughter Monica I love her. Tell my daughter Monica I am with her and my hand of favor is upon her. Tell my daughter Monica this is her due season, her DUE season, and also her DO season. This is time for you to do. And God said, be careful who you share your dreams and your plans with in this season. Everybody is not for you. God's going to begin to remove people out of your life who have been leeches. I just see people around you just always coming to you with their garbage and pouring their garbage on you, and with gossip and like this always have stuff going on. You just be like, but you listen because God is giving you that heart. But God said in this season he's going to give you a will, and he's going to give you the boldness to say no, not now, I can't, or not even pick up the phone in this season, because God said he's going to begin to pour into you. He's going to bring people that lift you up, people that's going to say who's going to pour into you, people that's going to give to you, people that's going to come pick you up. You ain't got to pick them up. People that's going to say, Monica, can I help you? Because you have helped so many and in return, you have not seen that back. But God said, because you didn't get bitter about it, and you didn't even about the betrayal. I don't know what that means concerning you, but betrayal has been something that has haunted you down through the years. But God said he is going to give you there's a great recompense coming unto you, says the Spirit of the living God. And God said, not just recompense, but restoration, even in your emotions, says the Lord. God said restoration, and even in it's some nights that you have lost sleep because of things, and also because of your creative ability. But God said there's going to be a season of rest. God said you're going to dream again, says the Spirit of the Lord. You're going to dream again, and your dreams are going to come true, says the Spirit of the living God. Amen. Hallelujah.
So the lesson in that is to not speak when somebody has the vision.
When God is,
I had to let that go because I'm just, Chantel, you have no idea about that in terms of, yes.
Your dreams and visions.
That is so true. As a matter of fact, you talked about the school. I'd given that up. Mm-hmm. But the thing about the school that I wanted more so than anything was for young people not to just have the ability to learn photography, mm-hmm. but to learn etiquette, mm-hmm. to learn how to speak, mm-hmm. the image, mm-hmm. how to be confident in whatever aspect of life they want to go into. Because I'm an introvert. No one believes me, but I'm an introvert. Mm-hmm. When I pick up a camera, it is my superpower. It gives me abilities that I don't readily have. Mm-hmm. However, when it's one-on-one, I want to be in the corner. I don't want to be up front. I don't want to be early because I might be. I want to be. So, mm-hmm. I want to teach young people that there's more to life, and by using photography to let them show their visions and their images. So you help me put into place a real school. You helped me feel the school. Yeah, and I thought about it a long time ago, gave it up. Mm-hmm. But there are people that have recently entered my life, mm-hmm. and I'm not sure about why. Mm-hmm. And perhaps what I'm thinking is not what the reason is, mm-hmm. because they've been there saying, I support you. Mm-hmm. And I have friends who support others. Yes. So, wow. Amen. You have said a lot. You have touched me. My heart is palpitating.
To God be the glory. And that's one thing about this particular show. It's a talk show with a prophetic twist, and sometimes, a lot of times, God will just drop a word for that person. It begins to stir up as you spoke, and I just have to be obedient. So I always ask first, and that is a word from God. It has nothing. I literally got that download from God. So God loves you, and He wanted me to remind you that He loves you, and He said He misses your voice in the morning. So yeah, so amen. Yeah. To God be the glory. All right, y'all. Monica, listen, y'all, watch out. Y'all, listen, y'all heard it right here first on In the Know. So when everything be coming, she be back. She gonna listen. Government is gonna call you too. I see you not just photographing government. I see you inside of government, politics. And I see God using you to begin to go in and change some things, even when it has to do with your craft and also with the inner, like with what you want to do with this school. And God said government funds should be able to push it, says the Spirit of the Lord. Amen. So that's it. So you on your way, sis. Don't forget about me. I'm all out here. But listen, so how can people reach you? If they want to get, are you teaching right now? Can they get private lessons? What
I am teaching right now is brand imaging, brand image workshops for people to prepare for photo shoots, to prepare to be on video, to prepare to be on Zoom. So I'm teaching that. I have a workshop coming up in May, but it's MonicaMorganSpeaks.com brand image workshop. But anybody can reach me on MonicaMorganPhotography.com or Monica Morgan Speaks, SPEAKS.com.
Wow, listen, y'all, I'm gonna be sending you some.
And I'm on social media.
Yes, she is on social media with this pretty hair. I love your hair. She's so beautiful. Look, you born in June?
May 27th.
May. I knew it was okay. May, June. Y'all, yep. That whole time.
Creative months.
We are creative months. Yes, absolutely. And this is also a great time to be born when it comes to the Hebrewic calendar, which is the God's calendar, the calendar, not the. Thank you, that calendar. Not that, but God's calendar. This is a season starting April 1st that we are stepping into another year. And so a lot of people this is a whole nother show, but I just want to give you I want you to know that's why God said this is your due season, like DUE, because the time you were born is really significant to how your creative ability is. Think about some of the times in this time of year, what has happened to you, what you have accomplished, even if it was on the negative side, and God is going to begin to illuminate these things to you so you can know how to move in His times and His seasons so you can be blessed even more, says the Spirit of the Lord. All right, y'all. Monica Morgan, give it up. I thank y'all for y'all patience on tonight. Yes, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. This has been Chantel Michelle along with Monica Morgan. Come on, y'all. Come on, one more time. Reach her at MonicaMorganSpeaks.com
or Monica
Morgan Photography. Y'all got to get with her because, listen, she's going somewhere, and I'm staying right close. Listen, because I understand that you connect to people. This is a year of collaboration and partnerships, too, for you. So we're going to be doing some things. I want to send some because I have clients. I do marketing that need branding. They need to know with photography. They don't know how to do a photo. I'm like, so yeah, we got to.
Sounds great.
All right, y'all. This has been In the Know, Unveiling the Greatness in You. We'll be back next week, starting a new series, April 4th. Y'all, I have a man that's coming on. Y'all, this man has a podcast called Dear Future Wifey. Dear Future Wifey, and where he is taking us on a journey. Y'all can go on YouTube and check him out. His name is Latarius Whitfield. He will be here next week, and he's going to talk about his journey with Dear Future Wifey on looking for his wife. Never know. All right, we'll see you all next week. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks to all our sponsors and everyone that has tuned in on tonight, and all of our guests. We salute you. Women's History Month, we're wrapping it up big. Thank you again.